Good morning. Beautiful start to the day. The sun is shining. We're back with Carla Hersina from St. Mary's Nursery now to answer viewer questions. All right, let's get right into it. Sean asks, he says, "Hi Carla, I am looking to cut some branches off a tree that overhangs into my yard but don't want to do any lasting damage to the tree itself. How much is too much to cut off a tree, and are there any tools or ways to make the job easier and safer for the tree?"
Okay, good point. Right now, most of our trees have leafed out, so we want to be careful on how much we are taking off on a tree. What you generally do, a rule of thumb, if you're doing any type of pruning, is you're able to take 1/3 of your canopy of your foliage off. But you have to be careful because you actually have to know what kind of trees that you're pruning. Because if you're pruning lilacs or mock orange or your maples, spring isn't the time to do that. So you want to be able to phone. So if you know the type of shrubs or trees that you're pruning, give us a call and we'll let you know what's the season for pruning. And if it's a smaller one, generally we have a bunch of different tools that are around there. There's pruners as secateurs or hand things. So, and sometimes you have to be comfortable with what you're doing and pruning. If it is a small branch like your pinky or something smaller, these guys would work really well with doing it. If you're going into larger pieces and limbs, like let's say larger than your thumb, then small cutting knives. And these guys are double bladed. You can see where it's got a little bit of a different motion to it where different blades are angled. So there's a little bit of strength in there for when you're doing some sawing. Okay. And then you get into the big boys.
Yeah.
This one, we've got a protection cover that's on through here, but again, it's giving you a longer blade so that you can have longer strokes, so cleaner cuts. Now, you've just opened up your pruning. You've done some pruning on some of your trees that are overhanging. If it's a very small cut, like our pinky finger again, you will notice that trees will naturally callus and heal up themselves naturally. It's only when you go into a larger limb that once you've opened that you want to use a product to seal that so no bugs or insects or diseases enter into that tree. So that's when you're using a pruning paint or a sealer.
What, does that stop it from growing?
No, it doesn't stop it from growing. It stops it and seals it. It's like a natural bark. It's like if we burn ourselves, we create a scab on our skin. So this is giving it a sort of an artificial scab or a sealant on it until that tree can naturally heal itself. And you'll see it on mature trees. You'll see it and you'll say, there used to be a limb there and it looks like this growth is growing over itself. So it's healing itself.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. So it's important to know which trees you're cutting before you do your pruning.
Do your research.
Yep.
All right. Megan asks, "I have a small yard and the grass has just not returned at all this year. It's all brown and I think it's dead. I don't have dogs, so I don't know what is the problem. Might it be something that is common? Is there a way to revive the grass or do I need to replace the sod?"
Okay, different types of thing. Is it vole damage? So if it looking like it's trails when you've thatched your lawn, it could be damage caused by voles. The amount of snow, and I know that there's been a rampant amount of, our snow this season has been exceptionally thick and on the grass longer. So there's white snow molds. When the snow left, you look like you have this like little dusting of fairy webbing on it. It's a snow mold. And there's been one that's actually a black mold that's out there that's causing a little bit of detriment where we're starting to see people coming in with recorded things where entire lawns are eliminated. Whoa. So two things, thatch it, and then here we've got some grass seed. So you can actually overseed your lawn, and I should have brought, I didn't bring it, but peat moss. Use peat moss when you're doing your overseeding. So you're gonna give a really good thatching area of either dog spots, if it's dog spots, or those vole areas, or maybe there's larger patches. So get some peat moss, spread it out thinly, and do an overcast of your grass seed. Okay, so you're gonna probably, in an area, if you have 1,000 square feet of lawn, let's say that's excessive, that you need to be doing, you're looking at almost 2.5 pounds of grass to overseed.
Wow. Is it possible to overseed or not really?
Not really, because when you're going through, you're going to do your base of your peat moss, tamp it down, make sure you're not going thick. You're just giving that light anchorage. And what's important though is when we start to seed, we have to know that, we talked about germination with the dandelions, but in order for this wee seed to germinate, there's a blend of different grass seed in here, so we have to keep that soil moistened for up to 21 days so that these can germinate.
Oh, very important. Great tips. Thank you so much, Carla. If you have any questions for the gardening experts, you can write us in here at Breakfast Television. Carla will be back next week for the next Green Thumb segment. We're taking a quick break. Stay with us.
BT's Green Thumb, brought to you by St. Mary's Nursery, every Wednesday morning on Breakfast Television.